Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast in a game between two schools. This is going to be Georgia Institute of Technology versus University of California, San Diego. We have NGE Nutty spawning as the red Terran player representing GTech. Meanwhile, we have NRG Cheese spawning as the orange Protoss on the north side of the map here in the Xel'Naga Caverns representing UCSD. So this is part of the Collegiate Star League, and I have been asked, or I've now partnered with them a little bit to try to cast some of their other games as well and post them up on YouTube. If you guys have not checked out their website already, or if you guys do not know what the C-Star League is, go ahead and check out the description of this video. I will be putting up some information there for you guys to review and take a look at. We have NRG Cheese now setting up a pylon, pretty much a standard build as well. We see a 10 supply depot coming in from the Terran player. Terran player not opting to go for a front door supply depot, so he will not be able to wall off. This will allow this SCV though, to come back and continue mining a little bit more quickly, as you cannot have enough minerals for a barracks for just a right amount of time. Perhaps that SCV will return back and now setting up a barracks over here. And there it is, that standard 12 racks. Meanwhile, we are getting into 13, and what is happening here? I'm not quite sure exactly what is happening, but we now have a large number of probes making their way out across the field. This is 12 probe rush, and this is something I've never ever seen before, so we'll see what's going to be happening. We don't have any scouting whatsoever, and now 12 probes coming up the ramp. That is going to be a bit of a problem, and now NRG Cheese should be able to start chrono boosting and getting more probes once again. And now in come the probes. The probes are dealing some damage, trying to take down this one particular SCV here. The SCV will get taken down. And now this barracks is not going to go up, so I'm not quite sure what Nutty is trying to think or trying to do in this particular situation. He should not be trying to send over one SCV. He knows that his opponent has very little economy currently going on. He is building a racks over here though, so that racks is being re-established and now continuing to get more and more, and the probes are just going to continue to rush. There's a lot of probes going after this over here now, and finally the SCVs are coming back over to engage. This is 11 probes versus 14 SCVs. Those SCVs, if they are also on auto repair, could be able to deal a significant amount of damage, as the SCVs in the back could also repair the other front SCVs as well. There are probes over here. The probes are now trying to retreat, and the probes are dancing back and forth. These probes have to be very careful, as the lower hit point probes are already returning home, knowing that they cannot win out on this fight. But Nutty needs to turn on his auto repair, otherwise his SCVs are not going to be able to survive nearly as long. You can see now the probes coming back over once again. Probe just dancing around all over the place, as NRG Cheese now getting the second pylon. No gateway, no production buildings just quite yet, and I think the advantage has to definitely go to Nutty at this stage. Nutty with many more SCVs than probes inside the base, and now a Marine joining in on this fight. So as a Marine is now joining in on this fight, the Marine is just going to be able to shoot back and get a lot of damage across those units there, and the SCVs are continuing to SCVs are just continuing to push more damage, and now NRG Cheese is being forced to retreat home and run all the way back home. There are a lot of SCVs though, and now one Marine as well. Are we going to get an upgrade to an orbital command? No upgrade to an orbital command, as some of those SCVs should most likely turn around. We are getting a gateway and an assimilator. So what is going to be happening here? A Zealot should be coming out in just a moment. That is a large number of SCVs. The SCVs are just gonna be able to charge up that ramp now. Taking a look at the unit count, 18 SCVs versus 19 probes. So there are actually more probes in Cheese's base, and Cheese may actually be able to win out on this fight. Yes, now you can see that the SCVs are repairing each other. One Marine in this group as well. There is a little bit of mining going on, not much production-wise, no additional Marines, as the units are now making their way out. It looks like those SCVs are going to try to battle it out. One Marine in that group trying to fight back as well. A Zealot should be coming out of there in just a moment. The SCVs are going to be repairing each other, and now out comes a Zealot. The Zealot is now out, and the Zealot is taking down many more of those units. So you can see both sides battling out. It looks like a Marine was already taken down, and now another Zealot will be coming out as well. The probes are battling it out, and wow, NG Nutty completely mistimed that and did not realize that his opponent still had a gateway and a cybernetics core. If he had decided not to chase, he would have actually been in a much better situation. You can see Nutty now currently not mining. The income difference is absolutely huge. Taking a look at the losses, it's 875 versus 650, and that is just going to be a terrible, terrible loss so far. And you also got to remember that Nutty canceled one of his barracks as well, but still the income is really going to be a very, very large discrepancy. More Marines need to be trained, only one Marine here, and this one Zealot may be enough to deal enough damage into the space. You can see that there are a couple SCVs, and that is it inside the space so far. The Zealot now going straight for the mineral line. There is a Marine back over here. Another SCV gonna get taken down. Down it goes, and now one Marine needs to be microed versus the rest of these units, and now that Zealot being very, very smart in trying to chase down and take down the rest of those SCVs, and there's the GG from Nutty. So Nutty losing the cheese in every sense of the word here in the Xel'Naga Caverns. One of the craziest matchups I have seen in quite some time. Yeah, so NRG Cheese beating NGE Nutty here in the Xel'Naga Caverns, and 1 point to UCSD over Georgia Institute of Technology. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed this 1v1 replay.